And you're live. All right, guys. Holy crap. That was the longest half hour of my life waiting for this live stream to go live. Hey, I'm Rob Bass, and this is Billy and Alternative Minds, and of course, the Wrestling Court. Julian, my co host, he saw this match already, so he doesn't want to do this. I'm joking. So let's get into this. Tom Magee versus Bret Hart. It's an infamous match, and it's only because it's never been seen. It's never been seen. No one's seen it before, and that's the big deal about it, supposedly. So, you know Tom Magee? Anything about this guy?
I don't know him or Bret Hart.
I don't know Bret Hart. Well, okay, let's get into this a bit. Tom Magee was the potential next Hulk Hogan. Vince is like, you know what? I'm making a lot of money off of Hulk Hogan. You know what I need? Another Hulk Hogan. Preferably one with more hair, and that's really what this is about. It's all about the dude's got a great lock of hair. I'm watching this doc. Kind of looks like the Texas Tornado. He's got a Kenny Omega meets a Texas Tornado kind of look. He's fit. He's built. The documentary is playing right now, so stay focused with me here, camera. So he's doing like the stuff here, like they're showing like the stuff. So the match is from 1986, and it was never shown. Supposedly that this match is supposed to be one of the greatest matches. Bret Hart shows how great of a worker he is. Okay, you were saying?
This is a tryout match. So it's a tryout match for this guy.
Well, this was it was meant, actually no, it was taped, and it had announcers, it had Gorilla and Bobby Heenan. So this was supposed to be like on Saturday night in the afternoon on a Saturday. You were supposed to see this match. It just didn't happen.
Okay.
It was filmed, and Vince McMahon looked at this and went, "Oh my God, he wears red and yellow. He's got a full head of hair. He could look at that athletic ability. He just did a cartwheel into a backflip." And Bret made this guy look outstanding, supposedly. Like I said, I haven't seen the match. I'm just saying just highlights in the match. And the idea about it is that, it's a big deal because this guy was supposed to be. Vince is like, I can get rid of Hulk. I get a new Hulk. Maybe I can get more of a deal out of it than I did with Hogan.
Cheap.
And, cheap. Plus, this guy look at that. He literally got thrown to the corner. He jumped to the top rope and did a Isai backflip. And just Bret made him look great.
Right. He's just from seeing it.
These clips right here.
He looks like a pretty big guy. He's not like a small guy.
Right. He's not tiny. He's definitely big. He's obviously way bigger than Bret in this. And,
right.
Bret's a veteran. Apparently, what you were reading up on him was that he was trained by Stu Hart.
Yeah.
So apparently, Tom Magee was trained by supposedly Stu Hart. So I guess that's why Bret was like, I'll do the match. We'll do it live. And then problem is that apparently the match is supposed to be good. But then he started working with other wrestlers, and that didn't work out so well. Apparently, he didn't have that whatever, They just kind of let it go. Now, I'm just watching just the highlights. We haven't even seen the match yet, and the guy looked super impressive.
Yeah. I said he looked impressive. What do you call it? Because he looks big compared to other wrestlers doing moves that you would think he would be.
Right, he was doing high-flying moves that you wouldn't normally see guys do. And look at this. He's a WWE Wrestling Challenge he was on, and this is.
I was gonna say, what do you call it? It doesn't even look like. I mean, I know like the flips and stuff like that. Like there really wasn't a lot of guys like in the '80s and early when I was watching that were doing this sort of stuff. So
no, actually, he was kind of ahead of his time. If you look at it, 1986, doing what guys are doing now or have been doing for the last 20 years. That's well in advance, and he's big. He's a big dude.
He just did a move like what do you call it that you would see like Neville do.
Yeah, like Neville, or
like he's a bigger guy than.
Or like Mustafa Ali would do these kind of moves, Look at that, and then he could still work that slower style, And I also think it's how about will guys work with certain wrestlers? How can they do? I'm looking here now. They're showing highlights of him having a match with Ted DiBiase, and I don't think it looks that bad. I know we're just looking at highlight. Wow, camera really highlight clips. It's just highlight clips and. Everyone could look great in a highlight clip, but how is the full match? Is the crowd invested? But you're talking 86 to 1990. It wasn't the time for high flying, off the top ropes, moonsaults, cartwheels. It was
It was more mat wrestling. What do you call it?
It was storytelling, character driven, and Tom Magee didn't have a character. He wasn't a Hulk Hogan. When your name's just Tom Magee, what they nickname him was him on what did Wiki say?
Mega Man. What do you call it?
Mega Man, because he's big,
for his bodybuilding.
What was the name of the character from Superman 4? Nega Man, wasn't it the Nega?
The Crusher piece, right?
The Crusher piece with the atomic age, the Sun guy, the Sun atomic aged knockoff Superman character.
The guy that was better than Superman.
Yeah, obviously the Tom Magee of the Superman 4. Him ruined his career. Now they understand. Now they're going to this whole documentary. I don't really want to see this whole documentary. I just want to see the damn match. All right, and there's all the Canadian wrestlers talking. And now I got a picture of Owen Hart, which I don't need that. So is this the match right here? All right. It kind of sucks when we're trying to do there we go. This looks like we're doing a match, right?
Nuclear Man. He says Nuclear Man.
Nuclear Man. That was the guy from Superman 4. Nuclear Man.
And what did he do after that?
Yeah, he actually was Tom Magee. Oh my God! Let me see. Is Nuclear Man? Let me see Nuclear Man. Tell me Nuclear Man does not look like Tom Magee. I'm telling you, jeez. Hey, Tom Magee, if you would have tried out, you would have had the role in Superman 4, Quest of Peace. I'm just saying, your career would have skyrocketed. So here we're looking at
that wasn't John Cryer, right?
No, it wasn't John Cryer.
Also
so okay, we're looking at this match and we're just watching it. We'll go back a little bit.
Let's watch back and watch the whole thing from the beginning.
All right. Oh, is that him? Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. He looks like Sid Vicious now.
Not the
no
wrestler.
Disrespect, not the wrestler. not Sid the wrestler.
Right.
Meant the musician.
Who's dead?
Oh my God. Wow. Whatever happened to you, Tom, I'm sorry. Holy mother of pearl. Wow, this is depressing to watch. Guys, go to the network and it's so you can see what we're talking about. Go to the network. Really stop that with the burly of the camera. It's starting to piss me off.
Is that really him though, or is
I guess so, yeah. They wouldn't show some skinny guy who has no business being there if it isn't Tom Magee. Yeah, giving me a chance to do. Yeah, that was Tom Magee. Ooh. All right, so there's Stu Hart Dungeons.
To be fair, he still looks better than me.
Yeah, I mean he's probably way better shape than the two of us combined. Let's be honest.
I mean,
All right, so this documentary taking a long time to talk about a match that no one wanted to see. Oh, so let's get while this is going on, the idea of how this match came to existence now. WWE was like, we don't got it. We had 2 copies. We gave one to Bret Hart. Bret had it, and some Bret's archiver was like, hey, Instagram, Twitter, look what I found. The match everyone was talking about. No one asked for this match. But also it was one of those things that people talk about. Tom Magee, who he fought Bret Hart, had this great match. Vince was going to replace Hogan with this guy. Who is this guy? But it was this famous match, and everything else sucked. But you're never going to see the match because he apparently gave the master tape to Bret. So she found it and took a picture. So what really happened was StarCast asked for a copy, and they were going to have Bret and Tom Magee at StarCast next week. And they were going to do a live commentary, kind of like audio commentary of the match.
They were going to do what is on the WWE network now.
So Vince was like, "Wait a second, that's our property.
Right.
You can't have that. So we'll undercut you and we'll spite you. It doesn't matter. It's their footage, even though they didn't have a copy and it didn't exist anymore. But technically, it's their match. It's their footage. They edited it. It's got Gorilla. It's got Bobby Heenan doing announcing. It's Bret. It's a WWF ring. It's theirs." I still don't think that StarCast couldn't still show it like how we're doing right now. They can't show it, but they could show it for the fans and just have Bret and Tom Magee on talking. I think the fans would really enjoy it, and you might get more entertainment between the 2 guys being together. I still think they can do that.
So I guess this is the match.
Yeah, the match doesn't even have an intro because it was like one of those, the WWF back in the 80s would have these like Saturday afternoon matches, and you'd have Gorilla. All right, Bobby, next match. Meanwhile, they weren't even there. Right. It was already taped in Stamford. So this is what the match is about. So, Bret's giving this guy. Now, this is before Bret was even part of the Hart Foundation, if I'm not mistaken. This is 86, right?
Well, he does.
Well, he does have the Hart Foundation. This is where they probably just started.
What do you? I mean, it doesn't look. I don't know if he had.
It doesn't have that. Right. It doesn't have that whole Hitman look. But he does. He does have Jimmy Hart. Now, I wonder if this is right before he's supposed to do the cowboy gimmick, or right after. This is where he found the Hitman gimmick. But he doesn't have anything super more than just the hot pink and the black. And basically, you're going to see in this match, you're going to see a lot of arm drags, holds, and then Tom Magee supposedly going to do some spots because they kind of spoiled that in the documentary part of this that we just saw. I love Jimmy Hart, guys. Oh, really, Cameron? Jimmy Hart is great. Like, holy crap. Like, Jimmy Hart's yelling on his megaphone. He's 5 feet from the wrestlers. Yeah, baby, it's Wrestlicious, baby. It's like really? Like, yeah, it's ridiculous. And but basically, this is a typical '80s flair of a match. You had a lot of arm drags, arm rests, arm holds. You know, it's I mean, he looks good. Tom Magee doesn't look bad at all here.
Yeah, he does. He looks like he has the look. What do you call it?
Yeah, I think he's
you
got.
Would think from an '80s wrestler like the.
I mean, legitimately, I'm looking at him. If you're not looking properly, you're thinking this is Texas Tornado.
Well, I was gonna go different. What do you want? I was gonna go Ultimate Warrior.
Ultimate Warrior, pre-tassels, no makeup.
Right.
Like Tom Magee, if he just found a gimmick other than being Mega Man, I think this would be. He could have had.
He looks. The physique looks like an Ultimate Warrior from the back.
And honestly,
the Texas Tornado.
Look at that, beautiful. He off the top rope corner. Look at that, it was a decent drop kick.
Ankle stuff.
Yeah. He's got,
you know,
and he's done 2 drop kicks back. Well, this is stuff he's doing stuff that it's about the time. And Bret's doing the right thing. He's playing the heel good. Jimmy Hart's skin, and he's got the crowd invested. I think maybe what his problem is he doesn't have a gimmick. This is the '80s, the height of gimmick. Hulk Hogan was Hulkamania. You had Jake the Snake, Coco Beware, Hart. Bret the Hitman Hart was going to be the Hitman. Piper was Piper. I mean, for God's sakes, you know, they were Honky Tonk Man, Snooker, Greg the Hammer Valentine, Sergeant Slaughter, Iron Sheik, Nikolai Volkov. These are all characters.
Ted DiBiase.
The $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, is a character. You know,
that's a great flip.
It is a great flip.
The guy for his size, that's like amazing. And
in 1986, once again, he's doing missile drop kicks, flipping off the top rope. He's doing stuff that you don't normally, you know, this is really crazy stuff. It's really like, you know, it is a superstar kind of match. It's too, you know, Nuclear Man. But, you know, now we're looking at the chat. This is our first time doing the chat stuff. You know, it's crazy. Bret Hart's really, you know, Bret is making this match more. He's doing the perfect heel, and he's making this guy look great. But don't get me wrong.
He's not that bad.
I don't think he's horrible at all. I don't think Tom Magee's horrible in this match at all, guys. If you go to the network, you can see the match right now. We're watching Tom Magee versus Bret Hart, and it's that 80s style match.
Well, to be quite honest with you, I mean, right now, just looking at it, and just seeing just a little bit of the matches, he has a better moveset than
half the guys at the time.
He has a better moveset than Hulk Hogan.
Yeah,
I mean, he's doing flips.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree with that.
He's doing really pretty outstanding.
And look how well he's selling. He knows how to sell. Like this guy. If you ever go back to WCW when what was it? Sid Vicious and what was the other guy's name? And they killed these 2 jobbers, and the one jobber didn't know how to sell.
Randy Savage.
I was in the '80s. I forget who the other. Dan Spivey. I think it was Dan Spivey and Sid Vicious. And they destroyed these 2 jobbers. They murdered these. And the jobber kept getting like, "Oh, I'm getting back up." And they're like, "No, I just hit you. Sell." And like he was like wearing chaps. The guy was weird. He didn't know how to sell. This right here is 10 times better of a match. Honestly, them 2 right now, as I'm watching this match, is the best match I've seen most Hogan matches at this time. Yeah. I mean, you had Tugboat, Earthquake. You had Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. You had Tito Santana as the El Matador, I think by this time. You had JYD, you had Junkyard Dog, you had tons of characters. But Tom Magee, I think his only downfall, what I can see, is he doesn't have a gimmick. Mega Man's not a gimmick. It's a great video game, but it's not a gimmick. It's if he came out to Mega Man's theme song, I probably was like, I would love it. That'd be great. But I don't think Bret should get all the praise in this match because I think the guy's doing a decent job. It takes 2 to tango.
Still my line.
Sorry. It takes 2 to tango, but at the same time, the right opponent makes another guy look great. You know, and I saw the highlights that show from the Ted DiBiase. That looked pretty good. Now, I don't know where Vince soured, which bothers me because Vince has tried to push guys down our throat who couldn't even do half the stuff. All right, in the recent times, we had to watch the Great Khali. Right? The Great Khali had a career. We just literally had to watch that for a while. And he didn't even have legs to stand on.
Right. And
he was given main event spots. Tom Magee runs circles around that. Right. Like, I don't see what the guy didn't get an opportunity. And I feel that, you know, when Vince sours on somebody, I think that kind of just kills anything. When Vince decides, I don't like you, it's over.
Well, I guess, I don't know, at the time, if he didn't like him, he can go to somebody else. So
apparently he did go to WCW.
Plenty of people. Like, okay, what do you call it? You know, like.
Well, supposedly X-Pac said that they gave this guy like a year on the house shows without putting him on TV. He could have learned a lot more and been something.
I still think, just watching his match right now, just this first match, it looks better than half the stuff I've seen.
Yeah, for a guy his first match opportunity, he looks great. And it's one thing to say Bret's helping and walking the guy through, but how many times we watch Braun Strowman forget his spots and the guys are telling him what to do?
Right.
And that's not what we're seeing here.
I mean, if this was like the Indies, what do you call it? This is better than anything I've seen in the Indies. What do you call it? He's got the moves.
He's got the moveset. He's got the look. He's got the look. It's good. I really enjoy it. I think it's great. I think
Great Khali shudders.
Well, here's my questions. Great Khali shudders. Oh, Great Khali. My only problem is, we're watching a match. Can't do backstage segments. Remember, at the time, you had to do backstage segments.
Yeah, at the time,
especially a face.
Right.
Like even Ultimate Warrior, they're like, he had a character. He would do the whole thing.
Right, but they could have set him up with a manager. I mean, what do you call it? I mean,
a good guy's not supposed to have a manager, even back in the 80s.
Make him a bad guy. Put him up with Bobby Heenan.
Oh man, do you remember when? Like, there's a lot of opportunity they could have done with this guy. He could have had a lot of people underneath his belt that they could have made. If they thought they had a problem with him, put him with a tag team. Give him somebody a little more experienced and put him in a tag team.
Right, and then break off of the tag team.
Didn't Greg have a Valentine tag with Honky Tonk Man or with somebody else from time to time? And he had a grim, and it happens. One thing I do have to say, he needs bigger shorts. This guy's butt keeps hanging out like crazy. That was good for the girls. That's unnecessary.
He's trying to be nuclear man.
He is now nuclear man. He's nuclear practically naked. This is unnecessary. But he does, it's funny. I see Kenny Omega in this guy.
Yeah.
I mean, not like his wrestling style, but like his physical look.
Yeah.
Kenny Omega.
His butt cheek is hanging out.
Was that the win? He got the pin? Oh, wow. That was whatever.
That was very quick.
And it's so crazy to see security walking him out. Like, it's probably a hostile territory. Rhythm and blues. You're right. I know I'm right. Thank you. I know. I just forget things because I'm old. All right, so Bret Hart's mad at the referee. So the match is now.
That was really quick. I need to see the.
All right, here's the deal. He was going over. Bret was going to take him up from the top rope into a pin, and then Nuclear Man reversed it into this little small package type of sit down. So it just it didn't look as good as it. That's kind of a bad finish, but this is a Saturday afternoon kind of a match that never
for
aired.
A superstar type match.
Yeah, I mean that cartwheel into a backflip. That stuff China was doing later on, and other wrestlers back.
That is way ahead of this time.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, that's
all right. We can. That's a bad pause image, like that. It's like, where was that?
That might be maybe why Vince soured on him. Like, wait, what is this guy doing? All these moves, all these flips. Like, he maybe didn't know what to do with them.
You know what? That can happen to a lot of guys because back 1990-91, RVD was Robbie V in WCW. And if you've never seen that match, go to the WWE Network and check it out, where Rob Van Dam's his first match on TV, WCW, he's fighting this fat old jobber. And, this is RVD. And RVD's finisher at the time was the split-legged moonsault. It wasn't like a frog splash. So he goes into the match, and he takes the guy's arm and puts it into an arm bar, right? No, into an arm lock. And he takes his leg over his arm and kicks the guy in the head 4 times. The guy doesn't know. The guy's an old jobber, and he's like, in his 50s, he's
just
like,
not selling, or is he?
He didn't know what he was doing because he was so advanced. Like, what is this guy kicking me for? How did his leg get up there and kick me in the face? Kind of a thing, because RVD was so fast and doing these ninja type of Jean-Claude Van Damme style, But they call him Robbie V. That's WCW for you. All right, guys. So that's the match. Tom Magee. I don't know. I mean, what do you think of what did you think of Tom Magee?
I was pretty impressed by it. What do you? I don't see what was wrong.
Well, you see this match, and you could see why Vince thought this was his next star.
Yeah.
Okay, you got guys but he looks very much like Texas Tornado. He looks like an Ultimate Warrior. He has the body structure to be the next star. I can see why Vince would want to see something, but something happened after this match that they don't really explain. Maybe the documentary explains a little bit better, but it's more about Vince is like, no. But you know what? Could be a little backstage politics with Hogan. You don't know. You can't say that Vince just started. Hogan's like, so who's this kid? Well, Hogan, I want to sit you down and what do you think about this kid being the next Jew? Hogan's like, next me, huh?
I'm me.
I'm me. It's 1986. I'm still here.
He's doing me better than I do me.
He's doing me better than I do myself. And with that being said, I think it's a pretty cool match. I would love to see the other matches. This is the match that's supposed to be infamous, but I want to see where he had failed.
I want to see, what do you call it, Starcast? If they can't do this video and can't actually review the video, I want to see him and Bret Hart
in the match now.
Right.
Oh my God, that'd be so sad.
Maybe they could book it at in Saudi Arabia.
I did the super show dash down
Right.
in Saudi Arabia. Goldberg versus Taker versus Tom McGee. Bobby McGee, like the song from Janis Joplin. Tom McGee versus Bret Hart.
Bobby
now.
Heenan will
do that. We'll do live things. This is horrible. Let me stop moving. My webcam is not appreciating me moving around so much. All right, guys. So
yeah, not a bad match.
no, I thought it was a pretty good match. I really did enjoy it. Guys, so if you liked the match, let me know. Leave a comment. Thank you for watching this live stream. It's not long, 20 minutes. I don't want to go longer than this. We just watched the match, and this was more of a test for a live stream. I was kind of nervous. Let me tell you, I was nervous about getting this live stream going, and it didn't fail with the blurred images. I'm telling you, that didn't help me feel good. But we might try this again and get it better.
Yeah, you were nervous.
Oh my God, I was so nervous. I'm not gonna lie to you. Is it that last half hour? It took forever. All right, guys. So thank you for watching with us. I appreciate it. It's really cool doing this for the first one. WWE Network. Go check it out. You did a great job. Just got here and Rob said he gets nervous. Hey, you know what you're gonna do? It's practically over. What am I supposed to do? We just watched Tom McGee. He had a better career than I just did. He had one match. No, I'm joking. But thank you for tuning in anyway. It's a good thing, guys. Check out the match on the network. I'm really impressed with the match. I was really excited. Tom McGee looked good. I want to see the downfall. I want to know what you guys think about that yourself. I'm curious to see like why Vince is like, all right, you suck now. This is like Vince's love. Like, the guy's built. He's built. He's this over the top.
It looks like everything that
Vince wants. Yeah, it's exactly what Vince wanted. But Vince is like, he's so fickle, Vince McMahon. Like, I don't get it. Like, you think he's crazy now? Can match what he was back in the 80s when he was doing blow? He was doing all the drugs in the world. He's probably having a great old time. Like, this guy's next Hogan. Nah, screw it. I don't like him no more. Like, that was fast, Vince. Slow down.
To be fair, what do you call it? Maybe I don't know, but maybe he didn't want to risk it. I mean, he had a proven commodity.
Hogan was an established name already. In 1986, Hogan was like here.
Right.
You had Hulkamania running wild. You had them on SNL. You had him in movies. Like, by 1989, No Holds Barred came out, so he had the movie coming out. And he was still huge at that time.
It's a big risk going with it.
Yeah.
Unknown quantity.
86 to 87, Hulk Hogan had vitamins. He had workout equipment. He had a music album. He was playing the bass guitar because he was playing for Metallica, Hulk Hogan. Don't forget that. All right, guys. So anyway, that's it. This stream's gone too long to talk about one match. Let's get this over with, guys. I want to appreciate you guys tuning in for this. I really dig on it. We'll do another one. If you want to choose it yourself, let me know. We do have a Patreon. Go check out the Patreon at patreon.com/AlternateMinds, which is probably not going to work if you do that. You have to go to our link directly. Whatever. But check out the Wrestling Court, our podcast. We've been doing it for 8 years with Julian Cannon. Every blurry week, this fucking camera, I swear to, excuse my language, every week on Stitcher, Spotify, iTunes. We're on everything. The podcast is a fantastic podcast.
The blurry camera is making me look better. I like it.
You look sexy when it's blurry. I'll screw it up for you more. All right, guys. I want to thank you so much for watching. I'm Rob Bass again. Bill Liston. And thanks, man. That's for watching. Until next time, alternativeminds.com. We have everything going on, a lot of content. Thanks for watching. I'm going to wait till the camera cuts off so I can do this. You sure you want to end it? Yeah, of course I want to end it.